Hey, what's up, everybody? We all know that the housing market is super hot right now. And if you are a buyer out there right now, you're trying to make your offer the most appealing it can possibly be to the seller. So today, we're going to talk a little bit about an appraisal gap to help you get a leg up on the competition. And we're going to get started right now. Hey, what's up, everybody? It is Mark with the My Front Range Living Team, powered by RE/MAX Integrity. I'm a full-time real estate agent here in Colorado Springs, and today we're going to be talking about appraisal gaps. And the reason that appraisal gaps are such a vitally important topic to talk about is we all understand that there is a housing shortage right now throughout the nation, but specifically here in Colorado Springs. And we want to be as competitive as is humanly possible for our buyers when we're submitting offers. An appraisal gap is going to help you do that. So if you're thinking about moving to Colorado Springs, buying a home in Colorado Springs, maybe you already live in Colorado Springs, the reality of it is you're wanting to buy a home here and you want to be competitive as is humanly possible when you're submitting an offer. So how can we do that? We've already talked about the escalation clause. If you missed that, you can go right over here and check that video out. So an escalation clause is definitely one way to do that, but today we're talking about the appraisal gap. So what does an appraisal gap look like? Let's just break it down like this. Let's say that the house that you contract on a house at $410,000. Now they've only asked for $400,000 and you go in at $410,000, okay? Well, the house appraises at $400,000. Somebody needs to make up that gap. Now, it used to be that sellers and buyers would go back and negotiate again what the contract price was based on the appraisal. We're past that. This market now dictates that you bid over asking, sometimes well over asking, and somebody needs to make up that difference. Certainly not going to be the seller. So that appraisal gap is in addition to that money you're putting down. So if you've talked with your lender, okay, and your lender needs 3, 5, 6, whatever percentage down that you're going to put down, that's one thing. But the appraisal gap is cash altogether. So let's go back to our example. It appraised at $400,000, you bid $410,000, you're responsible for that $10,000. That $10,000 is in addition to that 3 or whatever percent you were talking with your lender about. So you have your 3% and you have this appraisal gap, okay? So the reason that the appraisal gap is such a big deal is we know that most homes are going to go over, and this is where it pays to reach out to your real estate agent. Hey, Mark, where do you think that this house is going to appraise based on comps? It used to be that comps were predominantly driven on the sales side. Well, now on the buy side, we're finding ourselves going in the neighborhoods, going in the communities, and we're trying to get these comps in advance for you as the buyer, trying to tell you, hey, we know it's listed at $400,000, but we really can justify $415,000. Well, that needs to impact your offer, okay? Because again, sellers are looking for highest and best, and you're going to want to offer as high as you possibly can. That said, it's going to require going over asking. It's up to you and your agent to be well educated and well informed as to how high up you want to go over asking and how much cash you're willing to bring in addition to what you offered, that appraisal gap that we were talking about, okay? So as we talk about the appraisal gap, we always used to say that cash is king. Cash is no longer king. People don't really care about the fast close anymore. What they're looking for is fewer objections along the way. And that appraisal gap essentially takes out the appraisal objection that you would have. Now, sometimes people are putting a cap on it. Other times we've seen it in this market where people are doing an unlimited appraisal gap. They have enough cash in the bank to justify going over. So it's not only is cash king, it's just necessary to play the game anymore. So that's a big deal. Love it, hate it. It's the current market that we're in, and we really hope that this gives you a better understanding of what the appraisal gap is and how it can help you present the most effective offer as a buyer to the sellers. If you need more information, if you're thinking about moving to Colorado Springs, we have the relocation guide. You can get that down below. Just download that. It's in the description of the video. We also have a buyer's guide if you would like to download that. If you're thinking about moving to Colorado Springs and just want some more information, that's yours. That is in the description below as well. Just click on that link. They are yours at no obligation. We are putting out content every single week to help you make Colorado Springs feel like home. Once again, I am Mark with the My Front Range Living team, powered by RE/MAX Integrity. Thanks for stopping by. We appreciate it. We look forward to seeing you soon. Have a great day.